time for the main event. Why we're here.
Suave, I think there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event.
Run the play.
What are we doing?
What we're doing is, because this is Black History Month and we have not given these people the blackest thing that they've ever seen, it is time for us to dig into our archives and come with the greatest tournament in black tag team history. We are crowning the blackest tag team of all time.
I'm here for it.
Now, what we need you to understand is when we say the blackest tag team of all time, this is not in reference to how they conduct themselves in public.
This is also not in reference to the amount of melanin they contain over the one that they're going against.
This is not shade of skin. This is not accent. This is not dialect.
It's not Axe body spray. It's not dial soap.
Has nothing to do with the color of the car they drive, the type of car they drive.
I'm reminded of Butch Reed with Buddy Landell behind him. Go ahead.
We are creating a tournament full of African American tag teams, and we will execute and show you who we feel is the greatest of all time. So what's part of the criteria we gonna use for this tournament?
Both members are black.
First and foremost, there will be
that's off the top of the head, Suave. I just had to.
There will be no integrated tag teams
at all.
I'm sorry. Inclusion, that's for another tournament. You need to meet the requirements to be involved. So that's one. Both members of the team have to be black.
You have to be a legit team, nothing makeshift. So it can't be like me and R-Truth. But like R-Truth and Pac-Man Jones could qualify.
Do you need to have been tag champions?
Not necessarily. But then again,
that's gonna help.
How many tag teams do you know that were successful as well? I have one black tag team that will not make this list, and they never won tag team championship. In fact, I never saw them in a match together, but I do know they were a tag team.
What?
Jive Tones.
Nope, I'm out.
You know who Jive Tones were?
I do. I'm out. Shout out to Ron Murray. No, I'm out. I'm out. Matter of fact, let's run the video behind us while we're doing this here. But I'll tell you right now, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. I understand you got to do what you got to do because you got to pay bills, but that don't mean I got to go with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can hang all that.
Everybody got to run to the store every now and again, but that don't mean I got to ride shotgun for that shit. I can stay at the house till you get back. I'm cool. Okay, so members got to be black. It does not hurt that you've been tag champs. Career resume always comes up with us. We respect the resume. If you've put the work in, we're gonna recognize that. What else we need?
The "can you whoop my ass" clause is very high on the list.
This part now see that's kind of giving away too much because like there are some people in this tournament that flat out you can't fuck with.
But
under no circumstances.
But that's usually the tiebreaker. Like it's very, very rare are we going to come up with a list of people to be like, okay, this would be a hell of a match, but they gonna whoop this team's ass.
So we picking off career resume, who we like better, who would win in a fight, who would win the match, and who would win in a fight. Let me clarify that, because who would win in a fight is not always gonna be who you think it is. Just because of some of the people we know and some of the things they've done, those answers are not always as obvious as someone might think. There's who would win an actual fight, and then who we would book to move forward in a tag team situation. Sound about right?
That I could dig it.
All right, cool. So how many teams we putting in this tournament?
16. 16 is a nice round number. Easy for tournaments. Gives us enough time for conversation and banter. And we can move through this bitch.
That's how I count bars, so yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, and that's another thing too.
16 at a time, baby. We gonna get to a hot 8 real quick.
You did.
I'm with it. Run the play.
Run the play?
Sound the feasting horn.
Okay, let me I'm gonna shuffle it up one time for the one time.
We should get real fly and throw throw the bracket up, behind us on the video wall.
Now you're making them do work.
Look, I'm going to be involved in the work.
Just tell me when to stop. I'm just shuffling and shuffling and shuffling.
Stop.
Okay.
Don't do it no more.
All right. Generating the brackets. Okay.
And I can't see these brackets. The print's small as hell. I don't know.
All right.
So unless he's going to airdrop me the link to see this, I have no clue what's going on, which is probably going to make this tournament a lot better.
It usually does.
It usually does.
And I'm going to try to screenshot every one of these just to make it easier for you on the post side. All right.
Cool.
Oh, you hate to see it happen.
Oh, well. Oh.
The Black Tag Team Tournament begins.
This one's tough right here.
Now.
I think I want this one.
Let me hold on 1 second. Let me tell you what that is one time for the one time.
Yeah, I definitely want this.
Bro, that's Sex in the City.
I know what it is. That's why I told you I wanted it. I know what the sample is.
That's the name of the song, SNC. So just remember that.
Aight. Done deal.
All right.
Drop the top, having sex in the city.
Round 1.
All right, let's go.
Fight.
Japan. No. We're doing black tag teams. Compton.
Yeah.
Black Haven.
All right, the Bronx.
Oak Cliff, Texas. Yeah.
All right, round 1 we have
Watts.
Doom versus the Acclaimed.
Thanks, Acclaimed. Everybody loves the Acclaimed, but when it's Doom involved, I'm sorry, you
listen. Y'all gone.
I don't understand how that happened to them. Those young men didn't deserve that.
They didn't deserve that. They got mugged by
They didn't deserve that. I feel like you railroaded the Acclaim.
You got mugged by 2 black men in masks with an identity crisis.
It's 137 people just stop watching the episode right now just because the Acclaimed is out.
I'm sorry, but
you should have hit shuffle one more time.
You told me to stop. I got proof this time.
How often do you listen?
I got proof this time.
How often do you listen?
It don't even matter. This ain't about me. This ain't about me.
It is about you. You in control of the brackets.
Listen.
The Acclaimed went home because of you.
Listen.
We can't listen. He didn't get a freestyle out before Doom jumped out the ring and kicked the shit out of both of them.
Just clothesline, whatever.
Say, man. And Teddy Long talking all the shit. With his do-rag on.
Oh, not with the do-rag on.
I mean, you gonna kiss Teddy without the do-rag? What you mean?
All right.
Come on with the next one.
Doom is moving on to the next round. All right, this was not gonna be as easy, but it's gonna be pretty quick too.
Okay.
Top Flight versus the New Day.
You said it wasn't?
I had to build some suspense.
No, you build them a raft for to get the fuck out of here on New Day advances. Come on, bro. Stop. You got a whole lifetime to get your shit together, but right now,
oh my god,
that ain't it. Next. This ain't gonna last. If this how you doing business, this ain't gonna last long.
The Gangsters versus the Hurt Business.
Now the tournament has started. I have all the love in the world for Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander as a team. I love what they have done as the Hurt Business. That is their best showing. However, it's not Shelton's best outing as a tag team. It's Cedric's just because we ain't seen him do shit else. But we talking about New Jack.
Mustafa. And if you really want to get outside, D-Lo
Brown. So it's like, it's all sorts of gang. So we gonna pick the gang anyway.
A whole lot of fucking gang shit.
Where the gang goes.
The gang goes. And that means the gangsters are going to the next round.
Quick and easy.
We ain't doing no playing no games.
All right.
Black History Month short. We got to get this in before they change the month on us.
Soul Patrol versus Strictly Business, aka what was their names?
That is what we call it, but it was Swerve. It was Swerve in Our Glory.
Swerve in Our Glory. Yeah, we don't do that. No, we don't. We do strictly business.
We don't deal with Swerve in our glory.
We don't deal or put up with it.
Yeah, you can get them out of here. That's Soul Patrol, like the resume. Come on, fam, resume.
Soul Man, Rocky Johnson, Mr. USA, Tony Atlas.
Count this money.
You know, back up the truck. Here's a good one, but it's going to be a quick exit for one of these teams.
Okay, I'm listening.
Our only female entry.
Okay, inclusion.
Naomi and Sasha Banks. Versus straight shooting Stevie Ray and Dr. Huffman himself,
Damn.
Booker T.
You could have
Harlem Heat.
You could have pulled anybody. We thought we were doing something slick and had some inclusion involved, and all of a sudden, just because we done hit the randomizer, our inclusive pick is out in round 1. I'm not putting you over Harlem Heat. I'm sorry. I love you both and I support everything that you've done. But when it comes to straight shooting Stevie Ray and Dr. Huffman, Stevie Ray been on this show. So if nothing else, if you've been on this show, it's a victory for you.
That's a fact. I mean, look what happened to New Jack. He was on our show. He won.
Winner. Winner.
There's a trend here. Moving on to the next round.
Next. That might be the quickest round in BPBC tournament history.
We're not even done. We got one more in this round.
Oh, it's another one. Come on with it. Who you got?
Actually, we got 2 more matches in this round.
Come on with it, man, because I'm like, come on. We done put out some real high-ranking situations.
All right, we have primetime players.
Okay. Titus O'Neil.
And Darren Young.
Darren Young.
A.K.A. Fred Rosser.
That's what I was waiting for.
Taking on Suave. We are the nation. We are the nation.
So
Suave's whole demeanor changed.
so you expect me to sit up here and go back and forth with you about why the primetime players are better than the nation, any combination of the Nation of Domination as a tag team?
Oh my.
Let me tell you right now, I'm not going to do that with you. I'm going to advance the Nation of Domination, and I'm going to continue with this round.
Oh man.
It's really unfortunate. What we should be doing is we should be talking about these teams that are losing, because they are not here for a long time. They are here for a good time, and they getting good times.
All this hoopla, we actually skipped over a match. It doesn't affect the tournament at all.
It should.
It's just a match.
Nothing has affected the tournament thus far. It's gone exactly how we thought it would.
This may be a little bit more interesting.
Okay.
Jay Lethal and Consequences Creed versus Men on a Mission.
Men on a Mission.
That was
I'm sorry. Men on a Mission.
Sir Mo and King Mabel.
Yes.
That because Oscar did nothing.
But Oscar wrapped him to the ring. So
okay, all right. So
Max Caster, you know who you have to thank. Oscar.
The 4 founders are happy.
Isn't Men on a Mission what begot who I want to the team from Public Enemy?
Basically.
Okay. I know I wasn't tripping. Great Value, Men on a Mission. Or was it Gentrified Men on a Mission?
Now, this is for our personal reasons. This is the best matchup of the first round, possibly the best matchup of the card so far.
Come on, because you've been giving me a whole lot of lopsided situations where it's been washes.
Listen, I'm getting it ready right now. Open-handed slap to the face. You choose the side and tell me which count and which hand. Right?
I don't like that analogy at all.
No.
Go ahead.
You can do that if I underdeliver on this match right here.
All right, come on.
I have that much confidence. Let me start it real quick so you know what it's about.
Whole lot of fucking gang shit.
Crime Time versus the Pretty Boy Killers, Keith Lee and Shane Taylor.
So now this is where we got to figure out how we're going to do this because a member of each team has been on this show. And
There it is.
JTG and Shane Taylor are both gang affiliates of the Broken Pencil Booking Company pro wrestling podcast and radio show infused with hip-hop.
They have also, after coming on this show, faced each other in singles competition.
This is true. This is true.
In gang territory at that.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna use, and it's gonna seem a little sappy, but this is the first and only time I'm gonna use this caveat in this entire tournament.
Before you do that, did I underdeliver?
No, this is the
good. I get to save my face.
This is the closest and the easiest matchup. Plus, I'm not finna take a free swing on you.
Why? Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, we are the best black tag team involved in this entire tournament. Wow, that is arrogant. I'm sorry. Shit. I apologize. I got carried away.
Ain't no apologies, big.
So there's only one Hall of Famer currently out of all 4 members.
For the wrong reasons.
For the wrong reasons, but a Hall of Famer nonetheless.
Yes.
Taking crown time.
Wrestling is about heroes and villains. And it's
there's
very hard.
No bigger hero.
Very hard to top a hero, especially that hero.
Facts.
And Shad Gaspard. Crime Time, you have made it on to the next round. And I'm not mad because gang still prevailed.
Yeah. The gang wins in the end, and I know. Hey, we'll chop it up with Shane, and we'll smooth that over.
All right, as we move on to the the quarterfinal rounds. Are we ready?
Quarterfinals.
All right,
like deuce and a quarter.
Here's where we X out the ne'er-do-wells.
I wonder how fast this second round's gonna go.
Not as fast as the first, something tells me.
Okay, let's see.
First round matchup.
Okay.
Doom versus the New Day.
Shit. Damn.
Hacksaw Butch Reed, Ron Simmons,
Mr. Unfuckwittable.
Versus the man's man. Versus your combination of Kofi Kingston, Consequences Creed, a.k.a. Austin Creed, a.k.a. Xavier Woods,
a.k.a. Prentice Check G4,
and or Big E.
Okay.
First off, Big E and Ron Simmons.
Okay, here's my question: Are we going to be allowed to include singles competition statistics in deciding better tag team?
It's a wash if you do that.
If we do that, New Day prevails because New Day has 2 world champions and the King of the Ring, plus what is it? 10 title reigns.
Okay,
and until recently, they were the longest reigning. They had the longest combined reign of any team, and then the longest continuous reign.
Because I was gonna count Butch Reed's singles record, but he only sniffed the world title while he carried the North American title.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Even with everything I just said about the New Day, I don't feel comfortable eliminating Doom.
But 10 tag team championships versus 1.
But that one was the first.
Again, Ron Simmons again.
Allow me to talk my shit, please.
Ron Simmons again for the win.
So that's 2 first. He's Jackie Robinson times 2.
Kofi was the first in a while, but not the first.
In a while, but not the first. The first.
But Kofi was the first African.
That's cool and all. No, and
he's in America.
Cool.
But he's not the first African American. That's not broken missile logic at all. I don't.
Coin flip.
Oh, shit.
I'm not comfortable eliminating either one of these.
Hey, Mr. New Laptop, why don't you go ahead and bless the algorithm one time for the one time, because mine is over here screwed up.
Alright. That's the site you use?
We don't have no coins up in this.
Alright, here we go. Call it. Who's who?
I got tails. Heads is for Doom, tails is for the New Day.
Alright, coin is in the air. Hold up. Flip the damn coin.
What janky ass? Oh, there it is.
All these damn pop-ups. Flip the coin, shout it.
Don't tell me it's flipping that fast.
That's what I'm saying. This site.
No. Just go to Google. And just type coin flip.
That's what I did in the beginning.
There's one at the very top of the screen. This is what happens. No, erase that. Yeah.
See, this is why you normally do this. I'm not in charge of flipping coins. Here we go.
Heads for Doom, tails is for the New Day. Suave.
Here we go. It's heads.
Doom advances. New Day. It's been real.
I don't feel good about that.
But you raised some very interesting factoids. I'll take it.
That's rough.
All right. The Gangsters versus the Soul Patrol.
Okay. I'm going to be honest. For my own personal enjoyment, it's the Gangsters.
Yep. Keep talking.
Because I get to hear New Jack
obliterate non-blacks.
I get to watch him verbally accost the non-melanated.
Eviscerate.
He said, just in Smoky Mountain alone, he said some of the most inflammatory stuff I've ever heard said in wrestling promos.
On local Bible Belt television, he said,
the courage it took. You know what? That's an Apollo legend.
He said, hold up. Let me cook. Let me cook, son. He said,
yeah, come on.
OJ Simpson. He gave a shout out to his homeboy, OJ Simpson.
Keep up the good work.
One less to worry about.
Two less. Not one.
Two less.
Two less. I can't. I'm not choosing against New Jack in this situation. The Gangsters for me.
Yeah, I like Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas.
Love them for their contributions. Thank you for everything.
Far more entertaining the Gangsters. Far more gangster. The Gangsters.
When given the choice, I will choose Chaos.
Oh man. All right. Harlem Heat versus Men on a Mission.
Harlem Heat.
It is not even a question. Any incarnation of them, and please don't let them have Sherry with them.
just don't bring the Colonel Parker version where they walking out at WCW Saturday Night in shackles.
No, oh no.
Can't have that. We don't want that.
I don't even want to see that for Black History Month.
Out of there. Who next?
Nation of Domination versus Crime Time.
Damn. We're in tag team form, so what are we looking at? D-Lo and Mark Henry?
D-Lo and Mark Henry comes to mind first, more than anybody.
So D-Lo and Mark Henry against who?
Crime Time. JTG, Shad Gaspard.
Don't Mark and D-Lo have a title reign under their belt?
That is factual.
That's the difference.
Believe it or not, pencil pushers, Crime Time never carried the titles.
Travesty.
Absolute.
Travesty.
All right. Here we are. We have survived, and we have made it through to the semifinal round.
I feel like New Day should take somebody else's spot.
I mean,
that's still not sitting well with me.
You know,
that's a cold lick.
The only teams close to them in title reigns are the Usos and the Dudley Boys. That alone is pretty impressive.
So okay, I just reasoned myself into feeling okay. Tag teams, yeah, we involve all the accomplishments of individual members. Only two can wrestle at a time. Which two are you gonna pick? So by that measure, I'm cool with Doom going over. Because you can only use two at a time. Oh boy. That's your Black History fun fact. You can only use two at a time.
I feel some kind of way the Usos ain't even made it on this list though. That's another conversation for a whole other day.
That's a very 23andMe. Yeah, that's a very 23andMe thing to say.
Marcus Garvey would beg to differ.
Look, we're not here to volley back and forth on. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm with you.
Let's not make it about us and what we want.
It's not about us.
All right.
It's not about us.
To the semifinals.
Simi.
Doom versus the Gangsters.
On resume, Doom. New Jack can only carry you so far.
That's almost worth the coin flip.
It's almost worth the coin flip.
The individual contributions to the team that became Doom supersede the accomplishments of the Gangsters as a team. And resume matters.
Absolutely.
Rest in peace, New Jack. Doom, you've advanced to the finals. I
can accept that.
That stung. Harlem Heat versus the Nation. Oh, Ron Simmons with the double back.
So in this particular instance, because we've gone with D'Lo and Mark Henry, that's where I'm going to stay.
That's where we have to stay, no doubt. But
it could completely fuck the finals up if we didn't handle it that way.
This is truthful.
So Harlem Heat for the win for me.
Yeah, because like if we're doing this like on like 2K or some shit, 99 Ron Simmons is not 89 Ron Simmons by a long shot.
Matter of fact, 99 Ron Simmons is kicking it with Bradshaw.
I mean, with face paint on.
See, because interracial. We're not doing desegregated tag teams, so the APA could not be a part of this tournament.
Therefore, ergo, henceforth,
and forevermore,
Harlem Heat versus the Nation of Domination. I'm taking the 10-time tag team champions of the world, the Huffman brothers.
If it wouldn't completely screw up the audio and video, I would shake my dreads a la Dr. Huffman.
A la E40. Ooh.
Meet your Saha back at the coffee table.
Got my focus. What's up?
Burn Robert. Harlem Heat. What's next?
All right. In the finals, we have two WCW classic black tag teams. All these black WWE tag teams, and we land in the finals in WCW.
I mean,
your first black NWA. Well, actually, they weren't the NWA. The first black WCW World Tag Team Champions, and at the time, the first black World Tag Team Champions. Period. Not including the Soul Patrol. Mm-hmm. You're talking about Doom, Ron Simmons, Hacksaw Butch Reed,
right?
Taking on the Huffman brothers, Booker T, Stevie Ray,
Fifth Ward,
10-time WCW World Tag Team Champions.
Okay, allow me to be non-partial in this statement. It's one thing to be the first. It's another thing to take that and do it 10 times. Not exaggeration, not fluff. Legit do it 10 times. You're 1-1 on World Heavyweight Champions. So that's a wash.
Your team, one team is a Hall of Fame team. One person on that team has 2 entries. Ron Simmons is a Hall of Famer. Mm-hmm. And Butch Reed should be.
Doom absolutely should
be. Doom should be.
So that will be a 3-piece.
But those are shoulds, not are.
This is factual. At the end of the day, like resume-wise, you're breaking it down to the first ever versus the most.
But not just the most. Because, like, Doom was notorious for their matches with the Steiners and
Legion of Doom.
The Road Warriors. Let's keep it a buck. The Road Warriors.
Arn Anderson and any combination of the Horsemen. So it'd be Anderson and Wyndham, Anderson and Flair.
Like there was, but they were only together for what, a year and a half. It wasn't that long of a run.
It was short. It was short-lived, but impactful as hell.
Now,
but 10 times, I'm taking your lap and running it 10 times over. Like that's how you take the baton. Damn, I just convinced myself. If we're running a race, like you got the first lap, but I just took the baton and ran off with it.
And even when I'm over here getting dressed, your ass is still on the track.
I just knew Doom was gonna walk this tournament.
They got close. They got to the end. They walked their way through. Their biggest competition was the Gangsters. Oh, I can't say that.
Now their biggest competition was round 1 with New Day.
Well, it was round 2.
I'm still kind of like, we should bring New Day back at the end and just get one more extra match
against Harlem Heat.
Yeah, but even then, it's gonna be like.
You think Dr. Huffman's gonna let Big E and
they are good. Yeah, it's gonna turn into a real fight. Before the end of it all, it's gonna turn into a real fight. And we did say if it turns into a real fight, I got the Huffman brothers, Harlem Heat, greatest black tag team of all time.
Your winners. Broken Pencil BC Black Tag Team Tournament Champions, Harlem Heat. Speaking of heat, what a better place to bring us some heat. Show at brokenpencilbc.com, brokenpencilbc@gmail.com, at brokenpencilbc on all things social. That's at brokenpencilbc on what? Everything. Ramon, appreciate you coming through. Suave, take him to the motherfucking house.
Pencil pushers. Heads up. Pencils down.
200 down. We got 500 more to go just because we can. And it ain't gotta be like this.
I want
just know check. We ain't going nowhere.
I want the check.
They get it.
I want the funds.
Here go. Worst podcast ever. Worst.
Of all.
Terrible. You know that?
Yeah, shit. I learned from the worst.